What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Jehu Film. I'm Joshua Thomas, and I'm here to talk about 8 more Polaroid shots. And in this one, I'm talking about snow in December. Yes, it snowed in December here, and that might be kind of like a big whoop to you. Maybe that happens every year. I can count the number of times that it has snowed in December where I live on 2 fingers. Well, I guess this will be the 3rd time, but it snowed the first week in December, which is just unheard of where I'm from. I mean, I live in the Piedmont of North Carolina, so you guys are either shocked or you're just like, oh, well, we get snow like 3 months out of the year, who cares? Either way, it was a big deal for us. We were a little late getting into work that day, and so I decided to go outside and snap some photos just to commemorate the occasion. And I'll go ahead and tell you about the 8 photos right now. The first one I took, these were all on my Polaroid i2, and I tried to just expose with just a little bit of overexposure. Either that or I put the meter right on the 0, not overexposed, not underexposed. Unfortunately, once again, because I was in such a rush, because I had to get all these photos before going into work, I didn't write down any of the specs that I had. So I do apologize for that, but let's get started. The first thing I did was I went outside and the sun was rising through the trees, and I was just like, you know what, this is a very beautiful shot right here. So I took a photo of the fire pit in my backyard, and I really like how sharply it came out. It's really, really nice. I love the dynamic range and the sun peeking through the trees right there. I went a little bit further out and got another part of my backyard and the fence, and you can see there that the yellow sunlight of the morning sun is shining through the tree limbs once again. I really enjoyed how that one came out too. Once again, in my rush, I went to the front yard and I was like, you know what, let me see how this looks if I aim it down the street. And so that is how that came out. I like how the sky showed up in that one, although it was a little bit darker than I would like for it to have been. This one, I didn't pay attention enough to the settings, and so it was definitely a little underexposed, either that or it was registering the sky when I was metering it. I liked my first picture so much that I decided to get a much lower shot. This was still in the front yard, and this is some more just snow on the ground. And once again, the sharpness of the i2 is just incredible. And then you can see a little bit of chemical leak there at the top of the photograph. Decided to slow down a little bit, but I also didn't want my photos to develop in the cold weather, so I was putting them in my pants pocket in between my leg and my phone to try to keep them warm as I was taking more photos. I've got another video eventually coming out where I show you what happens when you're not warm enough or when your photos aren't warm enough when they're developing. For my next shot, I went and took a photo of our camellia bush, and I was trying my best to get the tree in the background and the sky as well, but I definitely wanted to make sure it was exposed for the bush itself. I think I did a good job on that, but the tree and the sky didn't show up quite as much as I'd like to have. Nevertheless, the tree branches in that sort of blown out sky make for a pretty interesting photo, I think. As I was running out of time, I quickly just wanted to get a photo of some new boots that I got. Those are some new Thursday boots that I got, and those was a little overexposed for my taste, but I also couldn't see through the camera or look at the screen as I was taking this shot. So hey, the fact that it exposed it all is fine with me. It's I'm kind of okay with that. Well, right before I left, my daughter was finally ready to go outside and play in the snow. This was honestly my first time getting to watch her play in the snow, as I had always had to be out of town for one reason or another the other times it had snowed in her life. So I made sure I got a quick shot of her outside enjoying the snow, and then I also had to get a quick shot of her making snow angels. Well, that is my Polaroid 8 for today. I thought it was absolutely incredible that it snowed so early in December. we probably aren't going to get another snow until January or February, if we get one at all. That's just how it is where I live. Let me know in a comment what you thought about those photos and whether it snows where you live in December. Well, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas, and I will see you on the next Polaroid video. Check you guys next time.